Hello. Um, I checked the other two videos and actually I feel like the audio quality is not too bad. Like obviously it's not the best, but it's not as if like you couldn't understand anything. I'm more concerned on the autofocus of this camera. I always thought it's a good camera, but I guess it's more of a good camera for photography and not for videos, and somehow I feel like the autofocus is off, but whatever. You can see me, maybe a bit blurry, but you can see me. Um, yeah, today I want to share a few thoughts on like the medical system or sickness in general, because I was very innocent when it comes to like medical things. Like I always had this thought of like, okay, once you get sick, you just go to your like general practitioner, to your normal doctor, and he will figure out what's wrong. Like he will run tests, like get certain blood values and everything, and then he will be like, okay, you need this, and then you go to the pharmacy, take it, and you're good. Like you're healed. Um, and I think it does work like this for most of the most of the diseases. Okay, I also have to mention, well, I'm in Germany and we are very lucky here to have like insurance, which is not like the which is not normal for everywhere in the world. Like I feel like we're very privileged. So I can go to the doctor without paying him shit ton of money and like just getting healthy. And I mean, all of the system, it kind of works pretty well until the point where you have a disease or a sickness which is out of the like ordinary, when there's something which the doctor doesn't find out in like very fast, right? Because like what happened to me is like I had this tick bite and I had Lyme disease, which in itself can be quite controversial because doctors can't figure out. But in my case, luckily they figured out very fast that it's Lyme disease, because I had like this red thing around the tick bite, and they were like, okay, it has to be Lyme disease. So I took the antibiotics, and after I finished my course of antibiotics, the symptoms persisted. Like I had like headache, I was super fatigued, I had like dizziness, I felt like passing out all the time, I super nauseous, tired, like pain. And then I went to the doctor again and he was like, well, it has to be the antibiotics. So time passed by. After 3 weeks, I didn't feel better. The doctor was like, well, I don't know, antibiotics. Doctor didn't find out anything. So I went to like clinics because I actually passed out a few times. It got worse and worse. I went to like clinics. No one found out anything. They just were like, we don't know what's up with this guy. And like it went on for half a year, until like more and more doctors were like, okay, it has to be psychic. Like this guy, he has serious depressions or like schizophrenia or whatever. And I was like, dude, I'm feeling bad, but I'm okay psychically. Like I know for sure that I'm okay. Like I feel like it's a bodily process, but no one trusted me anymore. I got like gaslighted a lot because there were no blood values. I mean, there were some abnormalities which I now understand, but around when I saw them first, everyone was like, okay, you don't have to worry about this, or you don't have to worry about this or that. They're like, they can be high even for healthy patients. And it all stacked up until I finally, after like 100 doctor visits, went to the like right doctor who like was the first one who said like, well, there's a thing called post-treatment Lyme disease syndrome, where people like have like super severe persisting symptoms after they had Lyme disease. I'm pretty sure you have this. You should look it up. So I was checking and I realized, well, it fits very well in my case. the thing is only that it has no, like in Germany we have the system, it's called ICD, where there are like these codes, and then there's the name of the sickness, and then you can give them to your insurance and you're like, okay, that was it. So they can like kind of like do the money transaction. But post-treatment Lyme disease syndrome has no ICD because it's so gaslighted that most of the doctors believe it's just not true, like the sickness doesn't exist. Okay, so I went to more doctors until there was finally someone who said like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's MECFS, which they call myalgic, and I can't pronounce it correct, I think. Myalgic encephalomyelitis, or like chronic fatigue syndrome, which is basically the same. It's stuff that happens after a like severe infection, and your body kind of like is stuck in this like fight or flight shutdown mode, and then weird things start to happen, and it's a very much biological disease. And then I got the diagnosis for this, and it's funny because I thought, wow, now I have like a very like, you know, diagnosis which matters, like it's by some very serious doctors, it's like it has an ICD. And I continued going to doctors, and turns out they never heard of it, and they still put psychic diseases on me. They were still like, okay, you have to have depression, that's not a thing, you have to do this or that, you have to do sport. And once someone know what MECFS is, you also know that sport is the possibly worst thing you could do, or like having a walk, or like any kind of activity that goes beyond your energy capacity is like just bad, like you just shouldn't do it. But you don't know that, and since doctors are always in this kind of role where they are like almost parental, like they almost have like this father figure or mother figure where you like blindly trust them because you're no medical professional. You just be like, okay, if he assumes I have to do sport, I probably better should do sport. But I got worse and worse until I finally realized I have to do my own research. Like I have to look up what I have, and how to properly like treat it, and what like how to behave and how not to behave. And then I realized something which is kind of funny. It's that in Germany alone 650,000 other people have this sickness, which is a significant high amount of people. I realized there's like you know, like self-help groups, I don't know if you call them in English like this, but there's like plenty of people, and they all suffer from this disease, and no one is taken serious. And that's when I realized that this whole gaslighting has to go like beyond my imagination. I was just like, okay, it's just me, I have a rare disease, and no one trusts me because it's so rare, and there's no other cases, and I'm just doomed. And then I realized, dude, this is way bigger than me. This is like 100,000 of people in Germany alone. This is so many that are not taken serious because there are no proper blood values. Now I learned there are blood values that very much point in the right direction. It's just that general practitioners have no idea about them. And that's when I realized that our medical system, even though we have health insurance and it kind of works for like very mundane day-to-day diseases, like on the bigger picture, it's really not working that good at all. Also, sometimes I need doctor appointments and I wait like months for them. And I need them like fast. Or I don't get the medication I need because it's not, you can't get it for this disease in Germany. Or there's so many annoying things with our health system that kind of would be very easy to fix, but I feel like it's so intertwined with politics, and politics are so unsure that things are moving so slow that there's no real change inside, which makes it very frustrating, because like there's so many people like suffering, like really suffering a lot, and it feels like there's no proper change happening. It's just like the gaslighting continues, like every doctor keeps telling me it's depression or schizophrenia or whatever psychosis that's just like, it sucks, right? And there's no cure so far, there's no proper research. I mean, there would be research, but the government doesn't fund it because the gaslighting is so deep that even on a governmental level they think it's like psychic, so they don't fund research. So we're just kept, like, all these sick people are just kept in a waiting position, and they're like, okay, you won't die from this, just, you know, rest and kind of work, and maybe someday we will have something. But I feel like that's truly unhuman, and things do need to change. It's just that I can't be part of the change because I have too little energy, so other people have to make this change for me I'm waiting for. Yeah, it's crazy when all your energy is gone and you need to rely on other people's energy. I think there would be so much more to say about the sickness in general, but that might be another video. I think I just wanted for now to talk on the medical system, which is like super, it's frustrating. I mean, it's not frustrating if you have a common cold and you just need to prove to your boss that you're sick. But if you're seriously sick, you might get into real trouble very, very fast, and you might not be taken serious unless it's cancer, because cancer, for some reason, everyone. I just saw my camera stop the recording earlier, so there will be a little cut here. And yeah, I just wanted to say like two last sentences, which is like that, like, it's not like with cancer, which everyone takes serious, which is good. Like, I want cancer to be taken serious, but there's also other diseases which you can't prove in the same speed and super fast, which you can't see in the blood directly, and they are also like insanely bad and they need to be taken serious, like cancer or other diseases. Yeah, as I said, I could talk way more about the illness itself, but that might be for another video. For now, I just wanted to talk about the health care situation and the medical system. And yeah, thank you for listening. See you soon and stay healthy.